Welcome to TMZ Live. This is really interesting, and this is an issue that has been front page, if you will, since I was a young man. And it has to do with weight, the weight of women in particular, and when it becomes dangerous. Ariana Grande is stepping back after her tour because she is just getting torched online by people who say she is way too thin, that she is in danger of dying. There are, if you're not going to believe this, if you don't know, there are pro-anorexia groups that are basically using Ariana as a poster child, using the word goal when they put her picture up. And that has caused her what appears to be some real emotional distress. So she is going to step back from the public eye. Weird to say, in the middle of a tour and with an album, but she just cannot take it. Her rep says it's too much. But I don't think there is anybody who has followed Ariana Grande over the last couple of years who hasn't seen a change in her. And at a point, there's a difference between a change in physical appearance and where people become alarmed. And I think that's kind of become the dividing line right now.
Yeah, and this response that she's released seems to be coming on the heels of her music video being released over the weekend called Pedal. And in the video, you really see how thin she has become. Like you said, it has been a topic in Hollywood and in the world for quite some time. But when this video came out, I think a lot of people were really concerned about her health. So, of course, that generated a lot of chatter on social media, including by Jamila Jamil, who had posted a lengthy statement saying, you know, a pretty extreme statement saying that we're literally watching someone dying right before our eyes, and blamed Ariana's team. She said that it's, you know, terrible that her team is just watching this, standing by, and not, you know, helping her be a better, be better as a person for all the young girls out there.
It is really interesting because, look, I'm sorry for hearkening back here, but Karen Carpenter, a long time ago, was clearly anorexic. And there were people who were whispering about it, but not really talking about it. And she died. And even though she had finally realized, oh my God, I've got to do something, and was actually gaining weight, her heart just gave out. So there are a lot of people who are doing this, not because they don't like Ariana Grande, but they're concerned. Now, there may be misplaced concern where people start talking about somebody's weight. But when you go back to that video, she looks just really, really thin. Now, they are saying it's because she's been on tour, she's very energetic, and she is in fine health.
Yeah, they've said nothing about her battling an eating disorder, and just said that
she is really thin.
Really thin, but also canceling some appearances after her Eternal Sunshine tour, which ends in September, on September 1st in London. And she's actually not going to be doing a play that she had scheduled with Jonathan Bailey, who was her co-star on Wicked, because she's going to take some time to herself. What that includes, you know, it's unclear.
Yeah, I think a lot of people also say, hey, we don't want to comment on women's bodies. We shouldn't comment about what people look like. But sometimes you should comment if you think somebody needs help, or if you want somebody to be healthy, especially somebody with tons of young fans like Ariana Grande.
Yeah, but I think there's an overlay here, that it's not just commenting and saying, oh, I'm worried about Ariana Grande. When you've got these, I mean, it's hard to understand the concept of it in a way, but there are groups that are considered pro-anorexia that are ballyhooing these videos saying, this is great, this is our poster child. It's not even so much just about Ariana as it is sending a message to people that the thinner you are, no matter what, the better, to the point of anorexia. Now, whether she is anorexic or not, that you've got these pro-anorexic groups that are reaching a lot of women out there. That in itself is dangerous, irrespective of Ariana.
And I think a lot of people don't know that anorexia is the #1 cause of death in mental health cases. It's not depression, it's not anxiety, not OCD, it's anorexia.
What are
And
they saying on the chat?
They're saying it's called free speech. You can comment on anything. She's way too thin. She looks awful. People are really concerned about her health, mostly.
That's really interesting, too, because people are saying that you shouldn't comment on people's weight. And I get it to a point, but when you've got these groups that are coming out saying, this is the model, I'm not sure speaking out is inappropriate.
Hi, I'm Caroline. I'm coming at you from Washington, D.C. And I think this is such a divided topic because one part of me, I'm like, oh my gosh, I love Ariana. It's so sad to see her being scrutinized, especially after everything she's been through. And then the other side of me is like, I understand people's concern and I know it's a really big issue. So it's kind of like, where do we approach this? Do we approach this? Is this our job to approach this? It's kind of like that double-edged sword where you're like, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to respond to this.
If you had to come down one way or the other, is it appropriate to comment on it? You got to go one way or the other.
I would say yes, but you have to do it in a better way. I feel like some people are being just so awful about it, but I think it's okay to comment. Just you have to be very, very clear about what you're saying.